Hello, my friend. Have you ever reached for a handful of nuts thinking you were making a healthy choice, only to find out later that it might be hurting you more than helping? Picture this. A woman in her 70s, vibrant and active, begins experiencing mysterious joint pain and fatigue. She blames aging, but the real culprit, the healthy nuts she was snacking on every day. Sounds dramatic, but this story is more common than you think. Did you know that nearly 70% of seniors regularly eat nuts that may actually increase inflammation, disrupt blood sugar, and even weaken bones? Even more shocking, some of these nuts are praised in popular diets as heart-healthy or rich in good fats. But behind the labels, there's a hidden truth. Not all nuts are friendly to aging bodies. In fact, a few of them can quietly chip away at your strength, memory, and independence over time. If you've passed 60, this might be one of the most important nutrition lessons you hear this year. Because when we get older, our bodies change. Our digestion slows, our ability to detox weakens, and our bones become more vulnerable. What helped us thrive in our 40s and 50s might now be holding us back, or even harming us. But here's the hopeful part. The right nuts can help reverse some of this damage. They can sharpen your memory, reduce joint pain, and give your muscles the support they need to stay strong and stable. That's why in today's video, we'll uncover the 5 most harmful nuts you should avoid starting today, and reveal 5 powerhouse nuts that every senior should embrace to protect their brain, heart, and bones. Let's start by understanding why some nuts, though small, can have such a big impact on your health after 60. As we age, our bodies become more sensitive to what we eat, and that includes nuts. While nuts are often celebrated as superfoods, the truth is more nuanced for seniors. What may be healthy for a 30-year-old might not be ideal for someone over 65. That's because aging changes how our body processes nutrients, handles inflammation, and recovers from damage. One of the biggest issues is chronic low-grade inflammation, which is closely linked to aging. It's a silent condition that builds up over time, affecting joints, blood vessels, brain cells, and even muscles. Certain nuts are naturally high in omega-6 fatty acids. While not inherently bad, they can throw off your body's delicate balance with omega-3s. When omega-6s are too dominant, inflammation increases. For older adults already battling arthritis or heart issues, this can make symptoms worse. Another factor to consider is toxicity and contamination. Peanuts, for example, are not true nuts but legumes. Because they grow underground, they're highly susceptible to mold contamination, particularly from aflatoxins. These compounds can damage liver cells and have been linked to an increased risk of cancer. While young bodies may flush out small amounts of toxins, the aging liver is less efficient. This makes contamination more dangerous the older we get. Then there's the issue of nutrient blockers. Some nuts, like cashews, are high in oxalates, naturally occurring substances that bind to calcium and prevent it from being absorbed properly. For seniors who already face declining bone density, this can quietly accelerate the risk of fractures and osteoporosis. Medication interactions are another overlooked danger. Certain nuts, like pine nuts, can interfere with how your liver processes common medications, especially blood pressure meds, cholesterol-lowering statins, and heart rhythm stabilizers. For seniors on multiple prescriptions, this hidden interaction can lead to unpredictable spikes in blood pressure, dizziness, or clotting issues. Even something as basic as chewing becomes relevant. Seniors with dry mouth or weaker jaw strength may struggle with dense or sticky nuts, raising the risk of choking or digestive discomfort. This is especially true for nuts like cashews and macadamias. But it's not all bad news. The right nuts offer concentrated doses of fiber, plant-based protein, healthy fats, antioxidants, and vital minerals like magnesium, selenium, and potassium. These nutrients can help strengthen bones, improve circulation, sharpen memory, regulate blood sugar, protect heart health. For instance, Walnuts are rich in ALA, a plant-based omega-3 that nourishes the brain and reduces inflammation. Brazil nuts offer a natural dose of selenium that supports thyroid health and muscle function. Pistachios contain potassium and antioxidants that help stabilize blood pressure and protect eyesight, two key factors in preventing falls and preserving independence. So while nuts can be a blessing or a burden, it all depends on which ones you choose. Understanding the science behind how different nuts interact with an aging body is the first step toward making smarter, more personalized nutrition decisions. In the next section, we'll start breaking down which specific nuts are quietly working against your health and which ones can become daily allies in helping you feel sharper, stronger, and more energized as you age. Let's begin with the most harmful nut at the top of the list. Nut to avoid: number 1, bitter almonds. Bitter almonds might sound like a natural health food, but they carry a hidden danger that few people, especially seniors, are aware of. While regular sweet almonds are a smart snack, bitter almonds contain a compound called amygdalin. When digested, this substance converts into cyanide, a highly toxic chemical that interferes with your body's ability to use oxygen. For younger people with strong liver and kidney function, the body may process small amounts of toxins more efficiently. But as we age, our detox systems slow down. The enzymes and organs responsible for breaking down harmful compounds become less effective. This means even a few raw, bitter almonds can be a serious health hazard for someone over 65. Just 4 to 5 bitter almonds can cause symptoms like nausea, dizziness, confusion, or weakness. Consuming more than 10 can lead to severe toxicity requiring emergency care. What makes matters worse is that bitter almonds are sometimes sold under deceptive names like apricot kernels or marketed as natural detox aids. The reality? There is no detox in cyanide. To complicate things further, bitter almonds aren't always clearly labeled. They may be mixed in with other raw nut assortments or sold online with vague claims about immune benefits or energy boosts. That's incredibly risky for seniors trying to improve their health. It's true that heating or cooking bitter almonds can destroy the toxic compound, but unless you're absolutely certain about what you're buying and how it's been processed, it's best to stay far away. The risk simply isn't worth it. For those over 65, avoiding bitter almonds entirely is a wise and potentially life-saving move. You're far better off choosing safer, scientifically backed nuts that nourish your body without hidden dangers, like the ones we'll cover soon. Nut to avoid: number 2, peanuts. Peanuts may be the most common nut-like snack in America, but for older adults, they pose a surprising number of health concerns. First, let's clear up a common misconception. Peanuts aren't true nuts. They're legumes, meaning they grow underground, making them particularly vulnerable to mold contamination. This mold often produces aflatoxins, toxic compounds that can damage your liver, weaken your immune system, and potentially increase the risk of certain cancers. While your body may tolerate small amounts of these toxins when you're younger, the aging liver is slower to process and eliminate them. That makes peanuts a much riskier food for seniors, even if you've eaten them for decades without problems. But the dangers don't stop there. Peanuts are extremely high in omega-6 fatty acids, which can promote inflammation when not balanced with enough omega-3s. For older adults dealing with arthritis, circulation issues, or cognitive decline, that added inflammation can intensify joint pain, reduce mobility, and impair mental clarity. And for the millions of seniors taking blood-thinning medications, peanuts pose yet another challenge. They contain vitamin K, which can interfere with those medications, potentially increasing the risk of clotting or internal bleeding. This risk extends to peanut butter too, especially processed varieties loaded with added salt, sugar, and hydrogenated oils. These additives can quietly raise blood pressure and worsen heart health. Peanuts may be affordable and convenient, but they are far from harmless, especially in older age. For seniors, they could be silently contributing to fatigue, liver stress, or even dangerous medication complications. Instead of relying on this common snack, it's far wiser to switch to anti-inflammatory, nutrient-dense alternatives that actively protect your heart, brain, and mobility. In the next section, we'll examine another nut that seems luxurious but comes with serious hidden risks. Nut to avoid number 3, macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are often viewed as a luxurious treat, creamy, rich, and full of healthy fats. But for seniors, especially those looking to preserve muscle strength and mobility, these indulgent nuts come with unexpected downsides. While macadamias are indeed high in monounsaturated fats, they are very low in protein and fiber, two essential nutrients your muscles and digestive system need to stay strong and resilient with age. Without enough protein, your body struggles to repair and maintain muscle tissue. This is especially dangerous after age 60, when natural muscle loss, known as sarcopenia, accelerates. Seniors who snack frequently on macadamia nuts may unknowingly be replacing more supportive protein sources with a food that offers little muscle benefit. Additionally, macadamia nuts are extremely calorie-dense, and it's easy to overeat them. Just a small handful can pack in over 200 calories. For older adults who may be less physically active, these extra calories often go unused, turning into unwanted weight. And that weight gain isn't just cosmetic. It puts added pressure on knees, hips, and lower back joints, making movement harder and increasing fall risk. There's more. Most macadamia nuts sold in stores are roasted in inflammatory oils and heavily salted. These additives contribute to high blood pressure, joint stiffness, and sluggish circulation, especially in aging bodies already dealing with inflammation or reduced mobility. In short, while macadamias might seem like a harmless indulgence, they're a poor choice for seniors striving to maintain strength, energy, and independence. The lack of muscle-supporting nutrients, combined with their inflammation-triggering preparation, makes them more of a setback than a smart snack. In the next segment, we'll uncover a much smaller nut that looks innocent, but can quietly interfere with your medications and even your sense of taste. Nut to avoid number 4, pine nuts. Pine nuts are often seen as gourmet, sprinkled on salads, blended into pesto, or added to Mediterranean dishes. But for seniors, these tiny seeds can carry risks that far outweigh their elegant image. One of the most serious concerns is their potential to interfere with medications, a hidden danger that many doctors and nutritionists overlook. Pine nuts contain a compound called pinolenic acid, which has been shown to affect how the liver processes certain drugs. This can alter the effectiveness of blood pressure medications, cholesterol-lowering statins, and drugs that regulate heart rhythm or circulation. For seniors managing multiple prescriptions, this interaction could mean erratic blood pressure, irregular heartbeats, or even dangerous clotting events, without any obvious cause. Another unusual condition linked to pine nuts is something called pine mouth. After eating them, some people develop a persistent metallic or bitter taste that lasts for days, even weeks. For older adults with already diminished appetite or taste perception, this can make eating deeply unpleasant, potentially leading to reduced food intake, weight loss, or slower healing from illness or injury. Pine nuts are also rich in polyunsaturated fats, which are prone to oxidation, especially if the nuts are old or improperly stored. Once oxidized, these fats can promote oxidative stress, accelerate aging in the brain, and worsen inflammation in joints. This is a hidden danger for seniors trying to protect their cognitive function and mobility. Lastly, their small, slick shape makes them a choking hazard, especially for individuals with dry mouth or weakened swallowing reflexes, common concerns in aging adults. Despite their upscale reputation, pine nuts come with a surprising array of problems for those over 65. In the next section, we'll talk about one of the most commonly eaten nuts in America and why it might be silently robbing you of bone strength. Nut to avoid number 5, cashews. Cashews are creamy, flavorful, and often marketed as a heart-healthy snack. But for seniors, they may pose a hidden threat to some of the most important aspects of aging well: bone strength, kidney health, and blood sugar control. One of the biggest concerns with cashews is their high oxalate content. Oxalates are compounds that bind with calcium in your digestive system, preventing your body from absorbing it efficiently. For seniors already facing natural declines in bone density, this is a serious issue. Without enough bioavailable calcium, bones become brittle, increasing the risk of fractures from even minor falls. That means cashews, while seemingly harmless, can slowly chip away at the very foundation of your mobility and independence. But the risks don't end there. Cashews are also higher in carbohydrates than most other nuts, which can cause blood sugar spikes, especially dangerous for seniors with diabetes or pre-diabetes. These spikes can damage the small blood vessels in your feet and legs, slow healing from minor wounds, and worsen circulation problems. Another hidden risk is to your kidneys. The same oxalates that block calcium absorption can crystallize into kidney stones, especially if you're not drinking enough water. Many seniors struggle to stay hydrated, which makes this an even greater concern. Finally, cashews' smooth and dense texture can be a choking hazard for those with dry mouth or weakened chewing ability, common issues for many people over 65. In short, while cashews may look like an indulgent, nutrient-rich snack, they carry more risks than rewards for older adults. If you're trying to protect your bones, manage blood sugar, and stay pain-free, it's best to leave cashews off your grocery list. Next, let's turn to the good news. The first of 5 powerhouse nuts that every senior should embrace daily. Nuts to eat: chestnuts, almonds, walnuts. Now that we've uncovered the dangers of certain nuts, it's time for some truly good news. Not all nuts are harmful. In fact, some are powerful allies in the fight against aging. Let's start with 3 of the best: chestnuts, almonds, and walnuts. Chestnuts stand apart from other nuts because they are low in fat but high in complex carbohydrates and fiber, making them perfect for sustained energy without spiking blood sugar. They're also rich in vitamin C, a rare trait for nuts, and contain vitamin E and antioxidants that reduce inflammation and protect muscle tissue. This combination supports digestion, immunity, and overall stamina in seniors. Bonus: they're gentle on the digestive system and easy to chew. Almonds are often praised for their crunch and versatility, but their real power lies in their nutrient profile. They are packed with calcium and magnesium, 2 minerals essential for keeping bones strong and preventing osteoporosis. Almonds also offer plant-based protein and healthy fats that preserve muscle mass and promote heart health. The fiber helps regulate digestion and reduce constipation, a common issue in older adults. Their antioxidant-rich skin also supports brain function and memory. Walnuts, often shaped like little brains, truly live up to their appearance. They are one of the richest sources of ALA, alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that helps reduce brain inflammation and supports memory retention. Walnuts also contain polyphenols, which cross the blood-brain barrier to protect neurons, and melatonin, which promotes deeper, more restful sleep, a critical component of aging well. Together, these 3 nuts form a powerful trio. They strengthen bones and muscles, protect your heart, improve digestion, and sharpen your mind. Up next, 2 more nuts that support hormone balance, blood pressure, and even vision. Nuts to eat: Brazil nuts, pistachios. Let's complete our list with 2 more nutritional powerhouses: Brazil nuts and pistachios. These nuts aren't just tasty, they offer deeply restorative benefits for seniors, from hormone balance to heart health and even vision support. Brazil nuts are one of the richest natural sources of selenium, a trace mineral many people, especially older adults, don't get enough of. Selenium is essential for thyroid health, which controls metabolism, energy levels, and even mood. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day is enough to meet your entire selenium requirement. For seniors, that means improved muscle maintenance, better coordination, and stronger immune function. Selenium also plays a role in supporting testosterone levels, important for both men and women as hormone levels decline with age. This helps preserve lean muscle, bone density, and physical stamina. But moderation is key. Because Brazil nuts are so high in selenium, you should avoid eating more than 2 to 3 per day. Too much can actually be harmful. Stick to raw, unsalted versions to get the full benefit without the risk. Pistachios, on the other hand, are a senior's best friend when it comes to blood pressure and vision health. These little green gems are packed with potassium, which helps balance sodium levels and support healthy circulation. That means more oxygen reaching your heart, brain, and muscles. Pistachios are also rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, 2 carotenoids that protect against age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss. Another bonus? The act of shelling pistachios supports hand-eye coordination and mindful eating. This simple habit can help seniors slow down, avoid overeating, and stay mentally sharp. Combined, Brazil nuts and pistachios help regulate hormones, protect your eyes, support your heart, and preserve your independence, exactly what your body needs after 65. Up next, let's reflect on what this all means for your long-term well-being. As we reach our later years, the decisions we make about food become more than just about taste or tradition. They're about survival, vitality, and the ability to live life on our own terms. A small handful of nuts might seem like an insignificant snack, but as you've just learned, what you choose to eat, especially the foods you consume daily, can either quietly strengthen your body or silently sabotage it. Let's pause and reflect on what this truly means. Every year, thousands of older adults suffer falls, memory loss, bone fractures, or medication complications. And too often we chalk it up to aging alone. But what if instead, some of these issues were being quietly worsened by something as seemingly innocent as a favorite snack? Peanuts causing hidden liver damage, cashews blocking calcium, pine nuts interfering with your prescriptions. These aren't just trivia facts. They are real risks with real consequences for your health and independence. But here's the good news. The power to change all of this is already in your hands. You don't need expensive supplements or a complicated diet. You simply need to make better, smarter choices, starting with something as simple as swapping out the wrong nuts for the right ones. Imagine feeling more stable on your feet because your bones are stronger, waking up with more energy because your sleep has improved, enjoying clearer vision, sharper memory, and steadier moods, not because of a miracle drug, but because you chose to nourish your body in a way that works with it, not against it. This is about more than just food. It's about protecting your future, about choosing strength over frailty, clarity over confusion, confidence over fear. And no matter your age or current health status, it's never too late to shift the tide in your favor. Even small changes like replacing inflammatory nuts with nutrient-rich alternatives can spark powerful transformations in how you feel, think, and move each day. So take a moment today to check your pantry. Think about the nuts you're eating, and more importantly, how they're affecting your body. Because every choice you make today is either building a stronger tomorrow or chipping away at it. Your health is worth more than habits, and you're never too old to make a smarter choice, especially when that choice could help you stay independent, vibrant, and full of life for years to come. Now that you've learned the truth about the most harmful and most helpful nuts for seniors, it's time to take action, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. Because the difference between a body in decline and one full of strength often lies in the smallest, most repeated choices. And what you snack on every day is one of them. Start by taking a moment to go through your pantry. Do you have peanuts, roasted macadamia nuts, or even cashews sitting in jars or bags? If so, it may be time to replace them with something better. Choose walnuts to protect your memory. Keep a handful of almonds to support your bones. Try pistachios to lower blood pressure naturally. And if you haven't yet, give chestnuts a try. Your muscles and digestion will thank you. This isn't about giving up the foods you love. It's about replacing risk with reward, inflammation with nourishment, and uncertainty with confidence. Making these changes won't just protect your body, they'll empower your spirit. And you're not alone on this journey. At ElderSpark, we're here to help you live not just longer, but stronger and wiser, with real science-based guidance tailored to seniors who still believe in the power of change. If this video opened your eyes to something new or confirmed something you've long suspected, please take a second to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update that could change your health for the better. We also want to hear from you. Which nut surprised you the most today? Do you already eat one of the 5 healthy nuts we recommended? Share your thoughts in the comments. We read every one, and your story might inspire someone else. Remember, you have more control over your health than you think. It all begins with a simple choice. Make it a smart one today. Let's quickly recap what we've learned today, because a simple snack could be either your greatest ally or your hidden enemy. If you're over 65, it's time to avoid these 5 nuts. Bitter almonds may release cyanide, especially dangerous to older adults. Peanuts, high in aflatoxins and omega-6s, may interfere with blood thinners. Macadamia nuts, low in muscle-supporting nutrients, promote weight gain. Pine nuts can disrupt medication and cause pine mouth. Cashews, high in oxalates and carbs, may weaken bones and spike blood sugar. Instead, embrace these 5 super nuts. Chestnuts, low fat, rich in fiber and vitamin C. Almonds, strengthen bones, support memory and digestion. Walnuts, boost brain health and reduce inflammation. Brazil nuts, provide selenium for hormone and thyroid health. Pistachios, support blood pressure, vision and circulation. Choosing the right nuts can protect your body, sharpen your mind, and help you age with strength and clarity. Small change, big impact. Start today.